Tiffany actually admitted to me once that when we first met, she thought I was really dumb, and then she realized that I was just trolling her all the time. And like I do it so casually and without any transition between when I'm lying and talking BS to when I'm talking normally that she didn't realize that I was just fucking with her constantly.
This guy is
Who's the
really
dumb
good.
one now?
It was really
Well,
funny. I mean, it's really still me, but it's just whether it was I dumb by choice or dumb by design. This is just completely.
Done by Design is my new interior decorating company.
dumb by design. Wow.
Yeah,
I think that's a plan that I might start.
I mean, it's definitely my new personal slogan.
yeah.
All ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Recap time.
Let me get back into my state of complete and utter emotional destruction that I
Oh,
was
that's
like for a
right.
couple hours after last week. But
Mhm.
Get fucked.
And let me get ready to roll all ones and die.
I think I'm going to turn off my video to save internet and also give the creepy vibe.
disembodied voice of DM seems appropriate.
Yeah. Huh.
That's actually
He's-
weird. I don't know if
he's
I
like-
like this.
He's like the world narrator.
This is gonna give me the willies. Okay, let's do it. Guys, according to my character sheet, I have 230 hit points. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I think you might actually be off by like 20. Go ahead, put 250. Yeah.
Your hit die is a d20.
Yeah, it's 20d20.
You all probably remember, but in case you forgot, as a group decided what to do in Avalon, they made a few laps through the Frayed Lady to scour around the inn for information about the guilds or anything that might lead them closer to their individual goals. Alistair spoke with the bartender Attican, who told him the story of the twin sisters Sava and Nora. Attican had mentioned that Nora was going to meet up a couple adventurers at the mouth of the Endless Grotto. The group then came upon an empty street guarded by a shady individual who they brushed past, which is when they saw three figures, one of which sent three fiery blasts into a small house on the side of the road. The group jumped to action once the figures were out of sight. Indra and Alistair going into the temple next door for survivors, and the two half-elves trailing the group of hooded figures. A huge vulture-like creature dove on Tidrin, grabbing them by the wings, carrying them into the sky, and when it got shot out of the sky by Indra and Alistair, it dropped. Tidrin falls to the ground, Indra mending the dragon's pieces, yet the light behind its eyes had faded. Then a familiar feeling of hope permeates Alistair's heartbreak, and so he is off, running towards Debecki's weapon and armor shop.
I blindly run towards Debecki's then.
I would try to figure out how to go to where Vargo and Thalen are.
Go ahead and make a perception check to see if you saw where they went when you were going towards the...
Okay, I rolled higher than a 10, everyone. Off to a good start. 17.
I was really ready for the 11.
So you head towards one of the back roads that you saw both of the half-elves going into where they were following the hooded figures. And we'll come back to you in a second here. So we have Thalen and Vargo. You had just come to a T. Vargo, you had seen some footprints and you had followed them to the right. So as you're going, let's go ahead and make another stealth roll to see how well you guys are
Both of
following
us?
along. Yes.
Ooh, little 22.
22, damn. I'm at a 15. No, 17.
So, Vargo, you are continuously quiet. So you've been pretty stealthy this whole time running through here. You kind of took the lead on this right turn, seeing the footprints, and Thalen followed behind you and is now back to his normal quiet self. So as you follow these footsteps here, you're following along a pathway, and the footprints that you are following, they are a little bit difficult to follow, but you are following them, and you do feel like you're following the same footprints the whole time.
Okay.
And as you turn one more corner, it comes to a dead end.
And nothing? I look around and I rushedly look around.
Go ahead
With
and make a perception check.
great, with great.
Did I specifically look for like a trap door in this dead end somewhere, like really checking?
Yeah, go ahead. Yep, make an investigation check.
14.
May I offer up something from my character sheet that might be of a note here?
Please, please,
It
please.
says
do.
I have an eye for detail. Oh wait,
Yeah.
never mind. This only matters when we're in combat situations.
Okay.
Well, this is excellent. 9.
I'm
Eye for
sorry.
detail, huh?
Only when fighting.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's only perceptive when fighting.
I really got to get in the zone.
It's got to be the
that
threat of
rare
death.
combat
that-
only LASIK.
Yeah. Huh, if I was in more danger, I feel like I'd be a little bit more observant right
I can only read when jumping out of airplanes. It's a weird thing.
So, Thalen, as you kind of scour the ground to see if there's any lips or anything like that that you can get under for any sort of trapdoor or anything, you come up to the walls and you're feeling along the wall. And the wall it's basically just like a big fence for like a yard to what looks like maybe somebody's house next to that. But you don't see any trapdoors or any ways through the fence or underground.
Hey, Varia.
Mm.
I think it's true what they say.
What do they say?
The grass
All
is
dogs
really
go to
greener on
heaven?
the other side. Oh, that too. But
Okay.
look over at these people's yard. I mean, look at that lawn, right?
Should we? Do you think that's where they went?
Oh no, I was distracted by the lawn. Sorry.
Oh, this is a weird time to get distracted by grass. Do you know where they went?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Margo, what'd you roll for perception?
14.
As you look around, there was only really one way that you came from, and it only came to like this dead end. There is 2 regular doors that are into what looks like houses, but the footprints that you were following don't go into either one. It's just like it kind of stops.
They just disappear. Where'd he go? Where is he?
I think they did some magic stuff. Considering all their magic.
Do we know anyone who can teleport?
Maybe Alistair?
You think so?
I don't know.
Well, I guess we go back.
You want to knock on these doors?
We could. What time is it?
It's pretty early, right? Because we were trying to
Yeah,
get-
it's still pretty early. I would say like you woke up and got to the shops and stuff pretty early, like 8 o'clock ish. So it's probably only like 9:30, 10.
You think? I mean, they should be awake, right? It's Tuesday.
Yeah. Let's knock on the door on the right.
Bang, bang, bang.
As you bang, a couple minutes later, a couple seconds later, a young-ish dwarven woman opens the door. Hello there. What can I do for you?
Hey, have you seen a guy in a robe? What color was this guy? Was this the red guy we were following?
I actually kind of forget.
You were following all 3.
Okay, all good.
Did you see 3 guys in robes? They were in primary colors if green was a primary color and yellow wasn't.
Which it is, as we know.
In this world, the primary colors are red, blue, and green.
Damn it! That's canon now too.
That's the greatest thing I've heard.
No, I haven't seen any hooded figures around. Is there something I should be worried about?
I mean, yeah, they started that fire. But yeah, never mind. We don't have time to talk, and I'm gonna run directly across the street as fast as I can, and then stop and knock on the door.
After a couple seconds, actually, nobody opens the door on this one.
Do you want to knock? Maybe I'm too intimidating.
Can we just open the door?
At this point, Indra starts running up behind you.
Hi, Indra.
Hi.
We're looking for those robed guys. They disappeared. The
So-
tracks just end right here in the alleyway.
Do I see the tracks?
Go ahead and make perception real quick.
With advantage, maybe, because I'm pointing to them.
Wait, do you see the tracks?
Yeah.
Yeah, the footsteps or whatever.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought, yes, you definitely see them. You don't know.
I'm like, right here. And you're like, let me perceive this.
Where do they end? Do they end at the dead end?
Right
And
there.
what is
See 'em?
dead
Like
end?
right by the
Is
fence.
it a-
Yeah, they end pretty much right at the fence.
and it's a fence.
Yeah, it's like a fence to a yard.
Can I see? Oh, and that's where Thalen was looking at. And there's no footprints on the other side of the fence.
There are no footprints on the other side of the fence. No.
Do I see any indication of a trapdoor or anything?
Go ahead and make investigation.
There it is. 7.
You do not.
Great. Okay, cool. Do you know which way he went into one of these houses maybe or
Well, that one is just a dwarven lady. No one answered that one, and then Thalen was gonna walk in, and then you came. So we don't know yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the door I was at again.
Going-
Bang, 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 bang.
Oh.
Still no answer.
Well, what do we do?
Oh, did the door open? Can I open it?
If you just try and open the door, it's locked.
I'm not gonna make any suggestions, but I do want you to do what you're thinking about right now.
Okay, great. Oh, I picked the door.
Go ahead and make roll for lockpick.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. That'll be a 21.
Hey.
Okay, so as you pull out your lockpicking tools, which have not been super successful for you since you've left home, finally, like, just reminds you of when you were practicing as a kid, right? As I guess you've always been a kid. Practicing as a younger person, when you first learned, like, kind of the intricacies of opening doors, and this one just like is exactly like the one that you used to practice on, and so it pops right open, and you open a door to a house that looks like just a house with looks like nobody in it from first glance.
Okay. Hello, inhabitants of this current building. My name is Thalen Francois, boy detective, and you are mandated to say if you're here by the threat of law, because I'm a detective. Did that work?
And you hear nothing.
Hey, Indra,
Mm-hmm.
is it bad to break into a house on accident?
I don't know how you break in on accident.
I want to
Well-
knock, but push the door while I knock.
It opens up to a house that is vacant at the moment.
It was undone? That's crazy.
I'm gonna walk in.
We could ask the woman who lives across the street who lives here before we go in.
I'm gonna walk in.
Okay, you go in. Looks like a house. It's pretty small. It's fairly cramped, and all of the hallways are pretty skinny. And as you kind of are walking through the straight hallway, you see kitchen on your left and two doorways to different rooms on your right.
I see how narrow it is, and I decide to stand guard by the door.
Good instincts, deputy. I'm gonna go to the first room on the right.
Looks like a room with a smaller bed, and looks probably more like a person your age's room because of all of the hangings and things that show off that it's a kid's room.
I turn to Vargo and I say, this bed looks a little bit too small. And I go into the room, the other room on the right.
I'm at the doorway, so.
And you go into the other room, and it looks like it's a bigger bed. Looks like it's for adults, and it looks a little bit more nicely furnished. Nothing super special about it, though.
And just as I suspected, this bed's a little bit too big, which means only one thing, and I go into the final room.
The final room, there was only 2 bedrooms, and there was a kitchen
Oh, damn.
and bathroom.
All right, guys, we've broken into somebody's house, it appears.
Who's we?
Oh, I.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does seem like that.
I'm gonna leave.
Okay.
Is there any hooded people in there?
No, there's no people, unfortunately.
Did you check?
I did check. For people in general, it appears that this is a regular house and not a fairy tale.
Okay, well lock the door on your way out.
Okay, good call. Can I roll to lock the door?
I don't think they
know
had
if
that technology.
I don't think you practiced locking with your lockpicks before, have you?
Pretty hard to do. Maybe lock the door and
I
climb
think
out a
it's
window?
the same. I think you just turn it back. I think it's like because
I try to perfectly recreate it.
'Cause, like,
backwards.
you could-
Just roll a second one, but with like disadvantage. I don't know.
I rolled a 6.
Yeah, you think you locked it. It seems locked up tight.
Safe and secure. Nobody will know. All right, Indra, you can teleport, right?
You try the doorknob, and you cannot get in anymore. So good job.
Cut the doorknob right out.
You broke the shit out of that door.
is a broken door a broken lock that doesn't open still a functional lock? I think it is.
You asked the passenger side door on my Camry, and it would say yes.
It keeps people out of my car. Okay.
What a great car. All right, well, we should probably head back unless anyone can think of a way to figure this situation out.
You probably don't know this, but Tidrin got attacked by a bird, and I think he died. And so Alistair's at DeBecky's.
You couldn't do that thing that you did?
I tried to, and he yelled at me.
Oh, that seems like something that might touch close to home, so.
Um,
How is he doing?
I don't think it's good.
Okay. Should we go?
And with that, we'll go ahead and flip over to Alistair. You take a little bit of time, but you do end up breaking back into where like civilization is. So as you were running, you noticed people were like coming out of their homes on that empty street, kind of like seeing that there's like a fire now, and they are worried and like trying to get help for people to try and put out the fire. As you make your way back into civilization, you head towards where you think DeBecky's shop was. It takes you a little bit, but you end up making it there, and you see a slender man outside wheeling and dealing with some patrons.
Excuse me, sir. Can I? And I'm kind of just cradling Tidrin in my arms, like try not to like show him off too much, but also just being gentle.
Yes. What can I do for you?
Are you the owner of this establishment, or?
This is me. This is DeBecky's shop. That's me.
Nice to meet you. I'm Alistair. This is a strange request, but I have something metallic in nature that's very dear to me, and I would like to make use of your forge with myself. I'm willing to pay and some materials to just work on my personal project here. It's not a for sale thing. It's not something I'm trying to sell. I need some time, and I don't know any other place that has access to a forge. I'm willing to offer some gold for the time and the use of. I won't get in your way. I'll use just a small area. I just need some time to repair this object that's dear to me.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
21.
Yeah, we have an extra one that's not being used by one of my employees right now, so you're welcome to it. How long do you think you'll need?
A couple hours, just some time with the heat and if and I can you come can we step aside for a second?
And he steps to the side with you.
Okay. And I kind of show him Tidrin a little bit. It's like, this is something that I built on my own. I need metal kind of this quality that I can maybe help replace some of the broken plates if you have it. Again, I'm willing to pay. I just need access to the materials and the space.
How about 5 gold just down payment? I don't know how long you're going to need or how much stuff you're going to need, but
I slap it in his hand, 5 gold, no hesitation.
yes, have at it. It's all yours.
Thank you. And I just go in and set to work. I'm just kind of like looking around for material, like for the tools and stuff like that, and just begin heating up the forge.
Are you proficient in metalworking tools or
Tinkering tools? So I didn't know if that would count for this because
I would assume that's what the tools that you have are.
I have this
are
skill
for.
called repair. I can restore 10 hit points to a damaged object for each hour of work. For any object, you need access to the raw materials required to repair it. For metal objects, you need access to an open flame hot enough to make metal pliable. So I figured this would work for that.
Before you do that, just make a general investigation check to see kind of what's up with them.
It's a 9.
Okay, so when you're looking at it, you're kind of looking around at Tidrin himself, and it's different because of how long like you've been with Tidrin now. You haven't seen this form lifeless in a while. You still feel pulses of hope and of different feelings coming from Tidrin, but you haven't seen it lifeless in a long time. And so now that you're looking at it a little bit more and you're trying to figure out what it is that you need to fix, you can't tell what is not working. So now I'll have you go ahead and make your tinkering check. So that's proficiency plus I think dexterity. Yeah, is it dexterity or do you know if it's wisdom?
I mean, it's whatever you think is appropriate.
I'll call it intelligence. So your proficiency plus your intelligence.
Okay, 13.
Okay, so as you're kind of like heating up the metals and things like that, I'll come back to you and answer kind of what the 13 does in a little bit. But
Okay.
The other 3 of you, where are you heading?
I think we were just about to decide if we were going to walk back. Should we walk back, you guys?
I would like to maybe stop at, I forget what the guard is called, but stop there and maybe tell them what we saw.
Okay. I think they might. Who was the guy that was trying to stop us? Do you guys remember him?
It was a dwarf, but
Was he a guard or was he just
Vargo, I mean, the one thing I would say that you know for sure is that you know the two colors of the guard are blue and yellow, and he wasn't wearing either of those colors, if that helps.
why would a guard not yellow seems like a weird color to pick for guards. It's not even primary. Sorry. Okay. I wonder who he was. I feel like that guy might have some answers.
well, we could tell the guard about him too and
Yeah.
keep a lookout.
Does anyone remember anything besides the fact that he was a dwarf? Might not
I
be
did
enough to
not-
find him.
I know that I wrote down how Phelan felt about him.
I've got a hunch, and it's good enough.
What was your hunch?
Deputy Indra, what did I think at the time?
You thought that he reminded you of Fira.
That's right. He's very similar to Fira in some way.
Well, that's awfully fishy considering Fira ended up being part of a guild.
Exactly. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. Do we have any general knowledge of like colors and their meaning associated with these different guilds in the town?
With the guilds, no
Yeah.
specific colors. The only colors that I would say you possibly know a little bit about the guards' colors, but nothing with the guilds.
Okay. Actually, that spurs no clues for me.
Oh, thanks for mentioning that. Well, I know he ran away when we ignored him, which is weird, but that doesn't help.
Well, he clearly knew what was about to happen, I think. And,
That we were about to go bust up the party because we're so intimidating.
Well, yeah, that or they're about to burn down half a neighborhood. Is that fire still going? We should probably tell, like, the fire brigade.
Oh
They probably know.
no, the fire's out.
Oh!
Who did that?
How'd that?
It wasn't close to any other houses, so it went out by itself.
Well, that's convenient.
Oh, that's a way to say a house burned down.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what I meant to say was the fire is done because the fuel is gone.
Is Indra actually laughing? Or...
No.
No, it's just
she's
us that
not.
are horrible human beings, not the characters.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, that sounds really bad. Let's get. Well, on the way we'll notify the
think
appropriate authorities. I think we should go to Otto's Grotto.
I don't think that anyone was in there. We didn't hear anyone or find anyone. We heard someone saying, "Go, go, go," but they weren't in the building, so I'm not sure where they were.
Were they
But
cheering on
I
the
don't-
fire? Sorry. Okay.
I guess we go to. Do we go to the authorities?
We should probably go see Alistair.
Yeah, I think Otto's Grotto is the way to go, and we can alert any authorities on the way.
I think the authorities probably know.
Do you think they had time to find it?
Thalen, I don't know if you're just mistaking the wording, but Otto's Grotto is a different shop completely.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah.
Otto's Grotto is the one that Kyle had to rename something for.
well, I wrote down the
It's
wrong
not
thing.
Otto as in A-U-T-O. It's his name, Otto.
I thought it was a weird name for a forge.
The Becky's.
To Becky's, that's where we want to go. That's where we want to go, to Becky's.
DeBecky's Grotto?
Wait, is that right?
I don't think anyone's used up the
No.
name Grotto yet, so it's a good time.
The Becky's Armor and Weapon Shop.
Oh, that must be it.
Much more descriptive.
I will meet you guys there. I'm gonna stop at the guard's place.
Very responsible. Thank you.
So as you all head out to Alistair, as you are working, you're kind of taking pieces apart, but what you're realizing as time goes by and you're taking these things apart, you're remembering how Tidron was created, and it seems like all of the parts are fixed. Like all of the metal, there's nothing that needs to be fixed physically. The pieces look like they're all attached. It just doesn't feel like Tidrin when you're holding him and holding the pieces.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna open his chest plate where the candle that powered the clockwork mechanism that runs him is,
hmm
and I'm going to take a wick and light it at the forge fire, and then bring it over and light the candle.
Okay.
I know when he first changed, it was just a normal red flame. So I'm just gonna put I'm just gonna light the candle and see what happens.
It lights up, and the way that it's created, the flame makes it so that the parts start moving again.
Okay, so he just kind of starts mechanically flapping his wings.
How you originally, when you built him the first time, how you imagined it would work, that's how it is working right now.
There's nothing else to fix. Close his chest plate. I don't know what to do. Buddy, come back to me. I go over to DeBecky and I say thank you for your time, and I give him however much it was for the materials that I used. And I already paid him for the time, I guess.
Yeah, the 5 gold, that'll cover how much time. You weren't here for that long, man. The 5 gold covers it all. Don't worry. I'm sorry. It looks like doesn't seem like you got what you wanted from when you came here. Is there anything I can do to help?
It's working. That's that was my goal. So I appreciate your willingness. I will definitely recommend you to anybody who needs repairs. And if in the future I have any other needs, would it be possible to do something like this again, or at least see if you have available forge space?
Yeah, I think again I had a similar request earlier, which is surprising. We happen to have an open availability right now, but I was actually asked earlier today, which is odd, that someone wanted training using the forge here, and unfortunately, that's a little bit more difficult because of the people and the manpower it takes. But there's usually an open forge every once in a while, so renting the space, I'd have to figure out a price that's more realistic because I think I may be overcharged you here. So I'll definitely come back and I'll work with you on what that's going to look like.
I appreciate it. I very much so do. Thank you for everything. And I just kind of turn and walk away, just kind of holding him and like still kind of shielding him from view of as many people as possible, but allowing him to just his wings to just flap and just kind of walking slowly back towards where I think the group is.
Let's say, Indra, you found a guards person that was over actually now outside of the 2 buildings that are now demolished.
I might have some information on what happened here.
Yeah. Yes, good woman. What did you see what happened, or what kind of information do you have for us?
Well, we were um, walking to leave the city, and there was a dwarf man in an alley. And I described what he looks like, which I don't remember, but considering this happened like an hour ago, I feel like Indra would.
Yeah.
And he told us not to go forward. He said something bad was going to happen, and we went forward anyway, and he ran away. And then there were 3 cloaked figures, one red and one blue and one green. And the one in red shot 3 fireballs into that building, and then they ran.
That's terrible. I've been getting similar reports from the people around town. There have been people that have come and told people to stay in their houses. So similar, some have been saying about this dwarven man, some other people coming by and saying to stay in their houses to be safe. And okay, well, thank you. I appreciate the information.
Can I ask, what happens in the area when people are told to stay inside? Is it always a fire?
This isn't something that I've dealt with before.
Oh, okay. Well, there was also a bearded vulture that was patrolling over the fire.
Are you sure it had anything to do with the fire?
I can't say for certain, but I guess it would be good to keep in mind.
Okay, I'll relay that to the guard captain. That's thank you for your information, young lady. I appreciate all and everything. If you happen to remember anything else, just stop by one of the guardhouses down the road here on the left, and feel free to come by and tell us any more information that you've heard.
What was your name?
My name is I forgot my own name.
It happens.
Maybe he has dealt with this problem before. His memory just lasts about 6 seconds.
It's 10-second Tom. His name is 10
10-second Tom.
My name is Oriv.
Thank you. I will. I'll be sure to stop by if I remember anything else. I am going to continue on the path toward out of the city.
Like towards Alistair?
No, like how we were going to the grotto. I don't need to go out that way. I just want to find like the closest exit to the city, like the closest gate in the outer wall.
That sounds good. It'll take you a little while, so we'll come back to you in a little bit.
About how long? Or does my character not know?
I'll tell you the information your character does know. It took about an hour, a little over an hour, to go straight west out of the city from where you started. You had walked maybe 10 minutes or so till when you came upon this walkway here, and you were going a different route and going to like the northwest entrance versus straight west.
Okay, I'm still gonna do it.
Okay, Dalen and Vargo, you are heading back towards DeBecky's weapons and armor shop, and you come upon Alistair walking your direction.
Hey man,
Hey,
are you okay?
I'm fine.
He says he's fine, but you notice that he has a huge gash on his right shoulder.
Are you okay? Like physically, blood gushing out of your arm, wise?
Yeah, it's fine. And kind of without thinking, I whisper a little word and I cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Whoa, that was pretty cool. What does it look like? Is it just like stitched together?
Well, I don't know how the DM handles scars in this world, but as far as the magic goes, I just kind of reach up and move my hand over the wound, and there's just like a soft glow of that teal color that always is my magic, and then it fades, and whatever's left is left.
And so what I'll say is you still have a scar there on your right shoulder. It doesn't necessarily make it go away. It just expedited the healing process. So it doesn't go away completely. It's just like if it were, months later when it was healed. And also when Vargo, actually, Thalen, you're there. So Thalen, you notice as he does his magic where his hand glows this teal color. In his other arm that is cradled around some sort of metal object, a small like teal glow happens as well.
Oh.
And I gain back 7 hit points. Yeah.
Hey, Alistair. I don't know if this is obvious information to you, but when you just did that, I think wait, did you say the metal object he was holding?
Yes.
As in Tidrin?
As in Tidrin.
Hey, I think the Tidrin was kind of glowing the same color you were there.
I look down. Is it still going that color, or is it just a brief moment?
It is not still glowing.
I am going to try to cast Cure Wounds on him as well then. That's 11.
So that's 11 points.
11 hit. Yeah, 11 points.
As you cast this magic on Tidrin, the glow seems like this teal glow comes from your hand, just like it did with Cure Wounds on yourself. And that fades and it seems like it goes into this metal figure, which then Tidrin bursts to life.
Oh!
Opens his wings and it opens your arms, and Tidrin just like flies up and back into your arms and nuzzles its head into your neck. And Alistair, you are flooded with these feelings of alarm and comfort, these feelings of surprise and relief. You see these flashes of images that going into your head of what Tidrin was going through, the vulture, the claws in its wings, the fall, then these images that you can tell are from some sort of different place altogether. You get this feeling of trepidation and then this feeling of hope, this flash of Indra's face, and then it notices the gash in your arm, or the now scar, and it feels sorrow, and you feel all these feelings within a couple of seconds that just flash over and over again. And then more than anything, Alistair, you can feel he's happy to be here with his only family, and you get this overwhelming feeling that Tidrin feels at home.
I think it's going to be okay. I didn't know this healing that I can do doesn't usually work on constructs. I didn't think it was going to work on him. I didn't even Indra tried, but whatever it is, it's working now. So,
and as you say Indra's name,
where is Indra?
Tidrin pops out of your arms again, flaps up and goes into the sky and starts to look for Indra and going back towards the spot where he was. And the feelings that you're getting are fear and worry and this hope again, and feelings for Tidrin is going to try and find Indra because it's worried about her.
Okay, we should follow them.
Does Tidrin have a gender?
Tidrin's Fae, so it's kind of flexible.
Wishy-washy.
Yeah.
They them pronouns.
Pretty much. Yeah. Depending on the moment. Depending
Call
on
me
the
out on that.
Can you do an it, or is Because it's like a dragon.
Well, I think we've established that Tidrin's people, they get healed by cure wounds.
So you can't it if it's people.
That's right.
It,
All right. It.
Well, call me out on that because I've already said it like multiple times. Tidrin is kind of like circling in a way that like trying to let you all keep pace in the direction that Thalen and Vargo just
Do
came from.
you guys know where Indra went?
To report to the proper authorities of fire.
Yeah, and then I think she was gonna come find us after.
Is there any chance that they might have thought that she started it?
I mean, I don't think so. She was gonna go tell them.
And I start jogging just after where Tidrin's going.
I'm gonna roll my eyes and then jog. It's like,
And I'm going to move my legs as fast as I can.
I think I'm gonna say, how is it only 10:30?
So, Indra, I'll say that you have found an exit, and there's nothing that has come upon you that is scary in any way on the way to the exit. It probably took you only about like 30 minutes to find it. Again, you weren't really going in the straightest of lines, and now that you know where it's at, going back in the same direction, if you're trying to go back, it will be faster.
I would like to leave.
I would like to.
Okay, you leave the city.
Is it forested outside the city?
I would say there are trees scattered. There's not like a full forest out there, but you can find, groups of trees.
I would like to go into a group of trees away from people. And when I feel like I'm alone, I am just going to punch the ground and thunder wave.
Okay.
And I'm going to take out my warhammer, and I am going to try my hardest to chop a tree down with a hammer.
With a hammer.
Yes, I'm going to beat the shit out of a
Just-
tree.
Bash it over.
You're literal. That's.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll with your hammer.
This is pretty metal.
This is very metal.
Natural 20 on a
Oh,
tree.
No!
Damn it!
No, you still can't knock over a tree. Stop.
I would say, so you go up to, these aren't like super crazy thick trees. They're not like redwoods that are really, really wide in diameter. They're fairly thin. And so as you go up to a tree, you take your hammer, and as you rear back with your hammer, side swiping, you notice as you're coming across, you feel this magic surge in you, and you see coming from the back of your hammer as you swing just bolts of lightning that are trailing your hammer as it goes, smashes into this tree, which immediately snaps and falls over.
I would like to drop my hammer and turn to the next tree and punch it twice.
Make a broken hands roll.
So
Yeah,
I'm thinking, how do I see if you're gonna hurt yourself or not? Okay, I would just say you punch it twice, and your knuckles are bleeding, and you don't take any damage, luckily, but it does hurt your hands.
Were there people outside when I went? Like, how close were people to me?
Like when you were in the forest-ish area?
Yeah.
There wasn't any people around.
And then I'm just going to scream.
Do we or Tidrin hear this?
Mm-hmm.
Because there was a thunder wave as well as a scream.
You are not close enough as of yet. It took her a while to get out there, and so as you have been trailing, you're still a couple minutes away from where she's at, so you didn't hear any of this.
Okay.
Do we know she's out of the city yet?
You do not.
Have we passed the place that she would have been if she was going to talk to the authorities? Like, is there any
You
indication at
would
this point in
have.
time that something is weird and she's not where she said she would be?
Yes, at this point, you probably have gotten to where everything went down, and she's nowhere to be seen.
All right, I'm gonna be a little more serious now. Then I'm not.
Yeah, definitely like not a jog anymore.
Yeah.
Just open it up and run.
Tidrin is widening its area of search as it doesn't see where she's at immediately, is
Okay.
going in wider and wider circles, even going out of kind of like your immediate range. You're being able to see everything that they see, range with everything. So
I'm going to sit down. I'm going to cry a little bit.
Just real quick.
Have a little cry.
as you get this overwhelming feeling, it begins to rain. And as it rains, it is cold rain. It is not a nice, warm summer breeze rain. It is cold, and it is painful almost how cold it is. And you relish in the pain of the rain coming through, hitting the leaves and the branches of these trees above you and landing on your bare skin. And you are accustomed to the cold, and this, as you are exuding all of these feelings, you are starting to feel a little bit at home with this rain and with these feelings and just with the overall frustration of everything. And you can feel Ryu is with you.
I'm gonna stop crying, but I'm just gonna stay in the trees.
It's going to continue raining for a little bit as we move over to Alistair and them.
While we had to kind of slow our roll while Tidrin searches, I kind of put my hands together and I draw energy from both the crystals on the backs of my hands, and then I collapse together, and I'm going to create a spell slot.
Okay.
So
Cool. What?
Go ahead and have Tidrin make a perception check.
natural 20 for a 23 total.
Tidrin notices that it is raining just in one small spot over to the west side. Tim, just I don't know if this would be, I think this would be for you. It would send this over to you. Go ahead and make a quick intelligence check to see if you would know that rain might be something that indicates Indra.
15.
Okay, so you do think about some of the things that the magic that you've seen from Indra and it being either thunder or lightning or water based. So it piques your interest in that might be a direction you might want to go.
Okay. Guys, I think it's this way. And I just kind of turn and veer in that direction.
Follow the hunch.
Indra, are you just going to stay there for a while or what?
Yeah. How long does it rain for?
It's continuously raining.
Okay. After a time, I don't know how long, but when I feel calmed down, I'm gonna stand up. I'm going to take a little branch off of the tree that I hammered in half and put it in my pouch. And I'm gonna wipe my face and I'm gonna start walking back to the city.
Okay. As you wipe your face, the rain stops. And Alistair and group, you are now leaving the city. And Tidrin spots Indra, and Tidrin makes a beeline for you, Indra. And as you're coming out of the trees, you see a flying thing coming towards you.
I keep walking forward.
Indra, before you notice what the flying thing coming towards you is, you start getting these feelings that are not your own. And you start to just feel things like different emotions. And this is the first time that you've interacted emotionally with Tidrin. And at first, it's a bit startling that you realize like the feelings that you're getting aren't your own. But what you start to feel is the memories of what Tidrin was going through, and they flash into your mind. They flash in the determination at finding any people in the fire, the anger and the injustice of what the hooded figures did, the fear as it notices the vulture above it, the fear as it feels its wings break under the grip of its talons, the fear as it falls, unable to fly. And then out of all of these like negative feelings, it comes of this feeling of hope as you see your own image, but from a perspective on the ground. And it's when you're kneeling down, mending the pieces of Tidrin, and you just feel this warmth from inside of you kind of burst outwards as Tidrin slows down in front of you in real time and perches on your shoulder and nuzzles up against you, and you feel gratitude. You feel this connection, and at this point you're not sure if it's a feeling coming from you or if it's a feeling coming from Tidrin, but lastly you feel this overwhelming power of love as it tries to express its thanks to you for helping bring it back to life.
I am gonna pet Tidrin and I'm gonna cry a little bit more.
And Alistair, you got a flash image of Indra being totally safe, just walking.
Okay. So we kind of slow our roll as we kind of come up. Are you all right? Is everything okay?
Yeah. And yeah, I just wanted to get out of the city for again.
Thank you for everything that you tried to do and that you did. Thank you for protecting him as much as you can. And Tidrin they're just very important to me, and I really appreciate what you did.
I'm really glad that they're okay. I'm sorry I couldn't do more.
I think you did plenty. They're back and seem to be doing much better. So thank you for everything.
Yeah.
And it just takes a second to kind of shake it all off and then kind of remember what we're doing. Do we want to try to get back on track? I mean, as much as I want to dig into what just happened, I don't know if we have any more leads. Did you guys find anything? And I look over at the two.
No. We
We
just,
found nothing.
it seemed like they teleported or disappeared somehow. We were following their tracks and they just disappeared.
I gotta learn how to do that. We gotta figure out how to chase those guys.
Do you have any way to detect magic or anything?
Not really. I'm still trying to figure that out.
We should, I mean, if we know where it was, if there's a way to figure out where they went from there.
I can do that.
You can?
Yeah,
Is
I'm
it
sorry I
just
didn't.
Is
think
it just
about
guess and check though?
I don't know.
Will we know where to look?
Well, I've not done it before, but I can. It's kind of around me.
We know where it would be, so we can go check and see if it helps.
Yeah, I'd be willing to do that.
Yeah, sure. We still got some time before we were gonna meet over at the Endless
It's only
Garage.
10:35.
I think that was supposed to be there at noon. We've got a little bit of time.
All right. What, you said we're supposed to be there at 2?
No, around noontime, I think is what they said.
Oh, it's probably around noon right now.
Is
It's
it?
probably closer, yeah, like 11:45 or so at this point. It's not
Okay.
10:30.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, do we? That feels kind of urgent.
Yeah, I don't want to lose the trail of this girl. You know,
Yeah.
I want to find the lost missing person.
I don't want to lose the trail of those freaking hooded
Yeah.
Teletubbies either.
But here's the thing: if we find the girl, we can do something about it. What are we gonna do
It's
against
true.
those guys, even if we catch them?
Get melted. Yeah. All right. You're right.
Maybe that's something we backlog for another time.
Yeah, that might be out of our weight class.
Maybe it's something you write down in your notes.
I'll just take a roll the dice.
Hey guys, I have a weird premonition. Maybe we should write some of the stuff that just happened down.
Might did just buy a notebook.
Hey, it's meant to be. Yeah, we should definitely go find Salad.
So we're gonna check out the grotto.
Yeah, let's go to the grotto. Can we make it there in 15 minutes? We should probably hustle.
We should hustle if we can. I'll send Tidrin ahead just to see if they go in without us. We can at least have somebody who knows what's up.
You get the feeling, Tim, that Tidrin doesn't really want to be in the air at the moment.
That's fair. That is totally fair. Okay. And I just kind of grab him and I tuck him in his usual spot and then just start jogging in the northwest direction, following the edge of the city to get. I don't know what edge of the city we went out.
So yeah, you went out the correct direction. So you were heading northwest, and Indra had taken the same route out of the city. So you're in the right direction. You just have a little bit of a ways to go to get to where you were told the grotto was at.
All right. Do you guys want to just try to hoof it and see if we can make it there then?
I think we can make it there.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
I think some divine intervention might happen if we're not there on time.
As you travel, Tidrin nuzzles into the back of your little hood area, Alistair, and Thalen, you get some feels from Tidrin, just like a hi and like a it's good to see you, and it's like happy to be back with you and excited to play with you again.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a high five.
Okay. And Vargo, you actually get your first emotional interaction too with Tidrin, and at first it doesn't really register what it is for you, but it's you all of a sudden kind of get an understanding of like what's going on, and like that Tidrin, kind of the feelings that you get from him are more kind of like curiosity, and this feeling that Tidrin realizes all of Alistair's like friends that he's been traveling with these last couple days have been really nice and helpful, and so Tidrin's kind of just like interested in you and understanding more about you.
I want to like send him back like real obvious like fake bravado feelings, like oh I'm the macho man, like
It totally eats it up.
chest puffed out, like look at me.
Yeah, like Alistair, you get a couple feelings of like, why aren't you more like Vargo? And
All of a sudden I'm walking totally different, just like
You just got that like broad chest run where your arms
Yeah.
don't even
Oh
cross
yeah.
the center.
Just like, yeah, I can't really move. All this muscle gets in the way.
Okay, so as you travel for a little bit, you're going to have to go a little bit longer than, even at a little bit faster pace. You're probably going to go for about 45 minutes or so at this pace to get to the entrance of the Endless Grotto. As you come up and you can kind of see, it's like the beginning of like this giant hill that goes up a really long ways, and it crests pretty high, but at the base of this hill is like this giant cavern opening. And as it finally comes into view, you actually, on the path that you're traveling, you see a man in armor walking in that general direction, kind of at a semi-hurried pace as well.
What direction was he going in? Sorry.
He was going towards the Endless Grotto, so you're coming up behind him.
Is that? Do you think that's one of the guys that we were supposed to meet?
Sure. I mean,
Should we yell to him?
Yeah.
Hey, guy! Hey, guy!
And he turns around, and you see, as you see this person turn around, you see an elven man, tall, lithe, but muscular, and he looks like he's in full, like medium-sized armor, all of metal, and has a shield on his back with a symbol and a mace that is tucked into the side of his armor, where he's turns towards you and waves you down as you come up to him.
I was totally ready to fight that guy.
Greetings,
Yeah,
Josh.
I whispered to Margo. I go, I
Yeah,
think you
just
could take
turns
him.
and
I
hurls a
thought
spear
that.
at us.
I think that armor could fit me too.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what he's up to.
Hello there.
Greetings, sir. We were searching for leads on Sava, the missing person, and we were wondering if
Yes, Sava. Me too. I came as soon as I heard from Attican to head towards the Endless Grotto. I am a little bit behind. I've been working with Nora for a while now, trying to look for Sava, and he starts going towards the Endless Grotto and kind of expects you all to kind of follow and go that direction while he's talking at you.
What's your name, sir?
My name's Ko. You can call me Ko.
Nice to meet you, Ko.
As you're going up to the grotto, he tells you about how he was following one of Nora's leads already. So he has been in contact with Nora before, and Nora had a lead that sent him on, and that he was kind of looking out for them already. So the twins, I've been close with the twins for a while now. I was just following Nora's lead, saying that some grunge, is it grunge or grung? I always forget. Might have taken Sava, and so I was looking up on that, but to no avail. Vargo and Thalen, make a survival check.
What's big? 20 dirty.
6.
Thalen, you've never heard of the grung?
That's a gross name. I don't like it.
So, Vargo, as you hear the name Grung, you actually remember a children's tale that your parents told you about how you need to stay away from the Grung because they kidnap people. And the little children's tale kind of goes like this: watch out for big old frogs. They could be scary Grung. They might scoop you right up. That won't be that much fun. They'll make you do their work. They'll make you fight their fights. Remember to be safe. Now let's turn out the light. And basically, you were just told as a kid to stay away because they could kidnap you.
And that they have a similarity of frogs?
Correct. They are a frog-like creature that from that they travel with tribes, and they kidnap people and kind of make them work for them or fight for them or do things for them, and they make them work alongside them. And so basically they kidnap little either young people or weak people or people that are just alone to take them kind of as slaves.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I tell everybody about this nasty frog race I just remembered.
Yeah, so I'm sorry, Uther. I didn't know that you didn't know about the Grung. There's a couple tribes around Avalon here, so just be careful. So I found one of the tribes that is nearest to Avalon and scouted it out. No kidnappies as of now. definitely didn't have Sava. So I came back to town and went to Attican. And right as I got back, Attican told me about there's going to be a meetup to go to this endless grotto that there might find Sava in. So I trudged my way here directly after I heard about that. The sisters have always been super kind to me, so I just wanted to try and help out. And it's sad to see Sava gone. So
DM, is it? Do we think they would have left at the time we're there, or is it weird that they left?
I would say you've kind of heard a couple different times from different people saying afternoon, noon, morning. So you're
Okay.
not quite sure exactly when they were supposed to meet up,
Okay.
Vargo.
Gotcha. Well, we met up, so we might as well go in, right?
Yeah, I think the sooner we can get in there, the better. I think from what I heard of Vatican, that they were going to be going into the grotto. Said that she was with a couple of other adventurers. Do you know the people?
Mm-mm.
Well, we don't. We had hoped to get here in time to see everybody.
I mean, I don't see anybody, and I just worry that that they're in there now, and so I'd like to. I'm going to go ahead. If you guys want to follow me, cool. If you want to wait here, either way works.
I think we go.
Okay.
Those frog
All right.
people sound scary though.
I have a question about Grung, if you don't mind, Ko.
Yeah, I mean, I heard this cave is endless, so I'm sure we got some time to talk together. So let's go, and you tell me. And he pulls out a torch and lights it up as you walk into the endless grotto. What do you got on your mind there, sister?
How many Grung usually live in a tribe?
Oh, it varies. I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. The one that I saw, the full tribe was probably close to 12 or 15. The group that I found that was kind of on like a scouting party was only like 3 or 4.
They live around Avalon?
There are a couple of tribes that we've heard of that were trying to excavate, basically. But yeah, they travel around. They're nomadic. They don't always stay around. But recently, we've heard of 3 different tribes that are taking spots around Avalon that we have to be worrisome over. We've been trying to get the Queen's Guard to try and oust them because it's outside the city, and the city guard don't want to have to deal with it. They're just protecting the people inside their walls, and it's kind of a push and shove match between kind of governments trying to figure out who's going to take care of these. So some of the mercenaries and some of the different adventuring crews have been asked to help out. I haven't been part of one of those parties that have tried to excavate them or try and get them out, but sorry, excavate's not the right word, but I have been employed kind of by Nora, so I was just scouting them and trying to figure out if they had Sava.
When this is done, if you could connect me with one of the people who working on killing these creatures, I would really appreciate that.
I don't know too much about it, but I would gladly, I'm all in favor of that. I don't want any people taken, especially anyone that I know. I'm already worried enough about Sava here. I mean, the sisters have always been super nice to me, so I'll let you know though.
Thank you.
Are the Grung magical? Do they have magical capabilities? Or are they just monsters?
Not that I know of. I mean, it's surprising that you guys haven't heard of the Grung before. They are just a tribe people. I know that there are some that have certain powers, but I don't know if this
They're
have
just kind of
any.
like they're thought of as like slavers. They just kidnap people and force them to.
Yeah,
things.
I don't know if that's like their main export or anything like that. I think they're just a tribe. They hunt for their own
I
food and
just
things
meant
like
that
that.
they kidnap people and enslave them or use them or whatever. They don't eat them or I don't know.
Not that I know of, but I'm no expert on Grung, I guess.
Fair enough. Forgive me. I'm not familiar with them, so I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Alistair reaches into his robe and he pulls out this wooden mug that's got like just a little handkerchief draped over it, and he reaches in under the handkerchief and then he opens it and it's like and he holds it out and it just casts and then it just shines light out like a flashlight and he can just aim it around the cave.
Oh, that's
around.
handy.
Yeah, a little thing that I kind of put together.
He's full of handy stuff. This guy's real smart.
Looks like you're a little bit hurt there, my man. Are you okay? And he reaches over and he touches your shoulder, Alistair, and he casts a spell, and your shoulder heals up the 2 points.
It was 1, but I'll take it.
1. Yes, it heals you 1 point.
Hey, Ko.
Yes. What's up?
Excuse me. First off, Thayon Fonsato, Blade Detective Extraordinaire, head of the Green Cap crew. These are my deputies. Anyway,
He turns and he looks. Does he see everyone wearing a green cap?
No.
No.
When he turns back, I put mine on so that it was available.
I definitely
Ah,
rummaged through my backpack looking for it, though.
the fearless leader, huh? That's what can I do for you, oh fearless leader?
Well, one thing that I've observed about you is that you give pretty nice shoulder rubs, like you just did to my boy Alistair there. So why don't you loosen these babies up here? And he kind of wiggles his shoulders a little bit.
Are you injured at all, or do you have any hit points lost?
No, I'm at full. I just gotta, I'm a little tense, is all. We've had a big day.
This is a trap, right? I'm gonna be on a show. This little child is asking me to rub his shoulders.
I appreciate the inspection there, but I'm not a masseuse necessarily. I'm more of a healer. I'm a paladin of my temple. So
Oh, who's your god? Yeah.
I am in service of the god Bahamut.
Does Thalen know about
Well,
Bahamut?
have I heard of that?
Make a religion roll.
Oh
Ah.
boy, I wonder how this will go.
No, she has not. Yeah, that's a 4.
Standard.
Yeah.
You have heard of Bahamut before.
What does his symbol look like? You said he had a symbol on his shield.
He has a symbol
Yes.
for sure.
It is the symbol of Bahamut.
Okay, so it's just like the face.
Yes, it is like a blue shield with like silvery white type of dragon face on it.
What did I know about him, or was it just I've heard of him?
You've heard of him, and you know that Ryu has a connection with Bahamut a little bit, like
Do
a
I know,
good one.
like a good connection? Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's good.
I wasn't aware that there were any worshippers of Bahamut. This
Yeah, there's not many of us around. Well, I say us, but in Avalon, I'm the only one. We had a temple of Bahamut. And again, I mentioned that the two ladies were always very nice to me. They spent a lot of time at the Temple of Ryu and Temple of Bahamut, but it's abandoned now. No one really in the area comes to the temple anymore.
even the people that were maintaining it are gone. The devout.
Yeah, I'm the only
maintaining it
one
are
that
gone?
spends time in there anymore. Again, I'm not really sure why. I haven't been in Avalon too long. I came here, and people just say for as long as they've known, there hasn't been anyone in the temple, and they haven't destroyed it or anything, or made it into anything else new for respect. But yeah, I spend a lot of my time in there. I actually stay in there, and the followers of Ryu have always been very kind to me, and especially Sava and Nora. They have been always just extremely nice and supportive, and they never try and like push me towards Ryu or anything. It's just they're good people. So kind of they're one of the two of the people that I know the best in the area, and so trying to help.
The sisters are clerics or
No,
priestess?
there's no clerics. So the sisters have been really kind to me. The temple of Ryu is right near the Temple of Bahamut, and there's no followers of Bahamut other than me in the temple, and so they come by and help out, and they're just kind and very supportive, and never kind of push me towards Ryu. So they're nice people. They are the followers of Ryu, and there's no clerics in the Temple of Ryu here in Avalon, but they are just some apprentices. There are different people that work there, but no clerics.
You'll have to show us these temples when we get back. I'm curious.
Yeah.
I'm a cleric of Ryu.
You're a cleric of Ryu?
Yeah.
Well, have you are you traveling? Or you just get to Avalon, or what?
Yeah, we got to last night, and I tried to go find the temple. I couldn't find it.
Well, I will definitely take you there once hopefully this endless grotto comes out. When we find Sava, we will head back to the temples, and I'm sure both of the girls would be happy to show you around.
I would really like that. And then as we go, I mean, conversation can still happen. I am going to pull a tarot card for Nora and for Sava.
See some tarot cards.
Okay, the first card I pulled is for Nora. And it is the 3 of the Cord of Gears, and it is precision.
All right.
It's very precise.
Do I ask you about how I feel about this at the end, Kyle? I don't remember. because I've never
So
actually learned
pull the
anything.
second card. Pull the second card, and then roll religion.
Okay. This is the time, you guys.
I love Sachi rolling low numbers, so this is perfect.
Ugh. All right, the card that I pull for Sava is 2 of the Court of Fairy, and it's Wonder.
Whoa.
Like, I wonder where Sava is.
Don't make me laugh at that. This is the one! 14.
I love the celebration of a 14. must be in
I
rough times.
I've literally never rolled double digits for a religion check this entire campaign.
You're gonna like literally meet Jesus right now.
I'm going to ascend.
Ryu, is that you? I've come.
As you pull those cards, you get this feeling about Nora that she is going. This is a future card, a card about her future, and that precision is going to be helpful for her. For Sava, you get a feeling that this card is pertaining to her past, and that her wonder is what got her in trouble.
Do I get the feeling that, which out of a 14, probably not, but I get the feeling, like Ryu's feelings about either of these two women, like Ryu was disappointed in Sava for her wonder that got her in trouble, or that Nora's precision is a blessing, or anything like that?
No, you don't get that.
Okay.
As you walk and talk, Ko tells you a little bit more about himself, and that he just talks about like noble causes, and that he's out for justice, and that he wants to save Sava. He brings up the two sisters a lot, and how it's like a travesty that such a kind person was taken, and that there's like he kind of goes on rants about just like the government and how this whole thing with the tribes of the Grung, like them arguing about it as opposed to anything happening, he's like kind of angry about, and he just like kind of the reason that he's on his own is because he feels like the people that have led him before aren't really like that. I don't know, they just didn't get things done the way that he would have got them done, so he's out to find justice on his own.
Do I trust him?
Go ahead and roll insight.
Can I also roll insight to see if he's a libertarian?
Yeah. Do you have any like advantage? I forgot. I know that you have some investigation.
Only if he's lying. Yeah. Only if he's
Okay.
lying. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Roll insight then, just straight up.
I got a 15.
Okay. I got a 24.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Tell me how you voted in the last election.
That's a good call. Indra, you get the feeling like he is very passionate about like justice and making sure that like the people get like what's right, and to help people. He's all about like doing things for helping the realm and helping like the cities that he's in. He's all about like justice and trying to do what's good for the whole, for people. Thalen, what you get is that same feeling, just like extremely passionate, and like his whole life is devoted to these values of like justice and protecting and that kind of a thing. So he's not necessarily like against the queen per se for the government. It's just like how the guard is used and how like he thinks that they could be used better and more efficiently.
Got it. Yeah.
I like this guy. Sachi likes this guy.
Kyle thinks he's a nerd.
I feel like you do that in a lot of our campaigns where you're like, this is how Sachi feels about this character.
It's because Sachi never plays a character that's like herself.
Nope.
Yeah. I mean, at least this one cries. That's very Sachi like.
Okay, so as you've been walking now for kind of a long time, like maybe an hour that you've been going through this cave, with the torchlight from Ko and the cup from Alistair, you're able to see just fine with that light in there. But as you're going, maybe at like the hour and a half mark, you start to hear people in front of you.
What? Who hears it first?
Definitely Thalen.
Hey guys.
Hey, Thalen.
Hi. We should walk in quietly because there's a discussion happening up ahead.
There's a what?
Discussion happening up ahead.
Like what? What do you mean?
Well, there's people talking. We don't want to just barge in like we're part of the conversation already. I'm just telling you.
Are you serious?
I think so.
Hey guys, shh. Do that.
Okay.
Go ahead and make stealth rolls.
Dicks.
Natural 20.
Hey.
Don't you have disadvantage?
No, I'm proficient in.
Is it heavy armor? Because don't you get even if you are proficient, isn't it disadvantage? Ring mail, chain mail. I think all of them
Yeah.
impose disadvantage on stealth checks
What?
because they're heavy armor.
I thought if you were proficient in them, you didn't get disadvantage.
The disadvantage is like the proficiency is so you can cast spells while wearing the armor.
Yeah. So go ahead and but roll with disadvantage.
Great, cool, yeah, I love getting rid of my natural 20. It's a natural 20 again.
Get
What? It's not. Whoa!
It is.
Whoa!
Show you.
dice don't lie.
That's like 1 in 400 chance.
Not like.
She
That's
turns invisible.
Ridiculous.
Sneaky as fuck right now. I have no idea what my
she
mom's
strips down.
saying
She
even
strips
is.
off her armor and just is now naked and just completely quiet.
Everyone's completely quiet. We're just like,
Okay.
so stealthy.
So, Alistair, what did you end up getting?
This is canon.
16.
Okay.
16.
Ko rolled a 11. So he's the loudest of you all, but
He must have
you
not
aren't-
seen what just happened.
I'm behind him.
Right, makes sense.
In like twice as big armor. She looks over at Ko and is like, shh, dude, be cool.
And as you walk up here, well, they said they have her in here somewhere. Cave can't really be endless, can it? Oh, come now. There hasn't been any turn-offs. It's not like we're going to get lost. No, but it could be a waste of time. Well, if we can get her and sell her to the same people, we know the coin will be worth it, just like the last one. Go ahead and make another stealth check, everybody.
It's not gonna happen again, you guys.
Rolling hot today. 14.
12.
11.
Ooh, that's a stanky roll for Thalen.
Yeah.
I got a 6.
Ugh.
Oof. So they all hear you and turn, and I'd like everyone to roll initiative.
Oh,
Yes. Bring it. So ready.
God, my initiative rolls always suck.
We heard 2 different voices, right?
3, I think.
3, yeah.
Shit.
And they turn, and the light then shines on these 3 figures that you see: a half-orc, a human, and another human woman.
Which one was like the old British sounding one? Was that the human or the orc?
The orc.
Really?
Yeah.
So exciting.
I like my orcs with culture.
Can't wait to murder his ass.
How high is the ceiling in here?
Pretty high. It's quite a large cave. And here's the thing, because we don't have any video, we're just gonna run this just.
Theater of the mind.
Yeah, I would say probably 60 feet to 80 feet ceilings. It also goes about 100 feet wide, so it's a big cave, but it's been very straight the whole time, and the people are directly in front of you. They're probably about 60 feet in front of you.
6.
19.
6.
17.
We get 2 6s.
2 6s.
Okay, Thalen, you are up first. These 3 have turned around, noticed you, and are ready to fight.
Do we get to know the initiative order, or do we just have to take it as it comes in the first round?
Take it as it comes, yo.
And they're looking straight at us, right?
Correct.
Been revealed by the 6s, whatever they rolled 5s. Stealth.
In this 60 by 80 chamber, is there any stalagmites or anything that might be within walking distance that I could kind of run over to?
I would say that there's definitely some spots to like hide behind if that's what you're looking at. There's some like boulders and rocks and things like that that are around. Yeah, probably within 20 feet of you.
I'm actually not looking to hide as much as I am looking to take cover. So I'd like to run over to the nearest stalagmite and rock or whatever. And then what I'd like to do is use my action to study this. Let's go with the half orc. Take a look at him, see if there's any chinks in his armor that are. It's my insightful fighting bonus action. So it'll be an insight contest versus deception.
Got it. And that is to see any like weaknesses.
Exactly. And if I succeed, it'll give me advantage on him for a minute.
Got it. And that is a 14 on my side.
Okay, that is a 16 on my side.
All right. So you get advantage on your next attack, and that was on the half orc.
Yeah, how's he dressed?
He is
What's he
dressed
wearing?
in like kind of fancier golden, like tinted leather and metal armor, and looks pretty fancy, and looks like he's got some coin.
Got it. Yeah, I'm staring right at this guy. I see his big bulging purse. I know where to shoot him. Right in the purse. So I draw my bow and I fire off a shot at advantage, which would trigger my sneak attack. Not great. Oh, no, that's fine. 17?
17.
Yeah.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay.
Yay.
Here comes the
Oh
dice.
shit! And you got advantage. Oh god.
Yeah, buddy. That means it's sneak attack time. This guy didn't even see that coin flip shot. That's going to be 6 poking damage and a total of 12 sneak attack.
Oh my! And he gets just stabbed right in the gut, right above his hip bone, and just doubles over and is just heaving and scared and just terrified of like how much pain he's in.
Oh god, I immediately feel guilty. I'm sorry.
What happened?
And it's him up next, and his scaredness and pain turns into anger, and he rips out the arrow and then screams really loud and pulls out a broadsword and starts running at you all. And he will run 30 feet and then hold there waiting for anyone to get close. And then it will be Alistair's turn.
Are there stalactites up
Uh,
the ceiling?
Yeah, I would say there's probably not stalactites. I'd say like there wasn't even really stalagmites. They were just boulders and things like that. There's nothing like
Oh,
been dripping down or anything like that.
no water. Okay. So the one that pulled the axe out, that was the half orc?
I pulled out a broadsword, and yes, that was the half
Sorry.
orc.
Broadsword. Okay. So Tidrin is gonna take off. I want to go. Yeah, let's go 60 feet, but I want to go diagonal so that they're like maybe 40. They're maybe like 40 feet over the heads of the enemies. He's over the head of the orc. You said they're 60 feet away. The orc is how many feet away?
30 now. He's halfway in between you and his people.
Are they lit up at all? Do they have a torch?
They do.
Alistair reaches out and he carves in teal lightning an arc over his arm, and then draws back this ethereal white arrow and just launches from his arm a guiding bolt at the human male. That's a natural 1, so never mind.
I'm sorry.
It
Okay, and it flies by. And here's the thing: is that your guiding bolt goes and goes and goes, and like you see it just kind of like wink out. It goes for a long time before you see it go away. Is that all you got, Alistair?
I'm going to try and fan out. So whatever direction that Thalen went to, I'm going to head 20 feet in the opposite direction of that and 10 feet closer to our opponents. And I'm going to snuff my light source. Can I use it like a bonus action or whatever to just...
Yep.
So that now I'm in darkness.
That is then the human male's turn, who takes out a bow and he fires a shot over at Thalen, who is in cover. Is that correct?
That's what I was attempting, yeah.
Is that a 13 do it?
13 doesn't do it, even if I was standing in the open.
Well, I mean, I rolled it at disadvantage. Oh, it's +2, isn't it?
Yeah, for partial cover, yeah.
Okay, so how does 16 do?
Well, you know.
Better.
I mean, like with the rock, so +2 to 16 hit.
Yeah, 16 just matches, yeah.
Okay,
Dang
got
it.
it. Sorry, I rolled a 16. All right, my bad. So, Alistair, guiding bolt misses. Then Human Man shoots an arrow and just barely hits Thalen, and that will be 5 points of piercing damage.
Did he really see 2 7-footers and decide to shoot at the 10-year-old first?
Well, the 10-year-old's the one that hit his buddy.
That's true, and he talked a lot about his coin purse, which is pretty alarming. So I guess.
then it's the human female's turn, and she saw what happened to the half orc and got scared, took a couple steps back, knelt down, and started muttering stuff to herself. And that will be her turn. Ko is next up, who will take a step in front of. Well, he'll go 20 feet forward in front and then hold a defensive stance in front of Alistair. And then it's Vargo and Indra's turn.
You want to go?
Well, I can. I just your dex is probably higher if you want
Yeah,
to.
but I also rolled a 2, so
I'm gonna look over at Ko and be like, "Thanks, Dick, for bringing the light source over here." But trying to hide in the dark, but whatever.
I think you go.
How far am I from the orc?
So you are 30 feet from the orc, and you are now in semi-darkness because you're 20 feet away from the torch.
Okay, I think what I am going to do is go forward and I'll sacred flame him.
Is that a saving throw?
Yes, it is a dexterity saving throw, and it looks like lightning.
That's a 6. Probably won't do it.
Got him.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
So he takes 5 damage.
That's right.
Okay, he is looking pretty rough already. And Vargo.
He's 30 feet away from me as well.
Correct.
I guess I'm just going to run up to him and give him a good old slip slash.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
All right. I will roll to see if I hit first. I don't think I do, since I'm a smartass. 13.
That does not hit.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I will slash him again then with my extra attack thing has a name. It's action surge.
Yeah, everyone else, he comes up to the side and hits just one of the golden pieces of the armor of the half orc, and then immediately, like, it's so fast. I'd say, Indra, you're the closest one to him at this point, and it is just so it almost looks like there's two of them. Like, he's so fast coming around the other side with another strike. What was your second roll?
12. So fast though, it was so cool.
So fast, and then he hits another gold piece of this guy's armor, and it clinks off of it.
This is the armor you need.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, Well, I guess if it's gold, it's not heavy armor.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
the softest metal.
Well,
gold is the heaviest metal.
It's like wearing giant pillows, I guess.
Gold is actually really heavy.
Well, perfect. Heavy metals.
Heavy, soft metal.
Anyway, my attacks don't do anything, and it's not my turn anymore.
It is back to you, Thalen.
Alrighty. So the guy that's wearing a weighted blanket as armor, he's still alive, right?
The half orc is still alive. He is not looking great, though.
Okay. I eye his coin purse once more and attempt to hit him right in the coin purse with a short bow shot.
Cool. And I'm going to interrupt you really quickly because I made a mistake, and he was holding an action, so when Vargo got in range of him, he would have swung on Vargo.
Swing on me. I'm going to use evasive footwork, so I'm going to roll a d8 and add it to my AC until I'm done moving. Ooh, 8.
Dang.
Wow. So 16 not going to do it then?
No, sir.
Okay. As he takes his broadsword and swings at you, you deftly, swiftly move out of the way. Just as Indra was watching your speed, it continues as you are moving out of the way of these strikes at the same time. Now, Thalen, go ahead.
Thalen rolled a 23 on that short bow.
Yeah, that'll fucking do it.
Alrighty. Okay. 7 poking damage plus 3 sneak attack.
And that will knock out the half orc, now getting
Sick.
shot again right past Vargo. It slams into his chest and he goes down. You see, as this happens, both of the humans like frantically start worrying, and the human male kind of leans towards the human female who's still on their knee mumbling. Alistair, you are up.
Hedron is going to take his 60 feet of movement to stay 40 feet above the ground and just go straight overhead of the humans. And then, okay. So this is up to you as far as what this looks like. I don't know if this reveals him or not, but I'm going to cast through him frostbite on the female, and she has to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, that'll be 2.
3 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Is her movement impeded?
No, it gives disadvantage on weapon attacks, but she's not weapon attacking, so.
Got it.
And I'm going to move again just because I'm kind of in darkness, and so I want to keep moving. So I'm just going to move like 10 feet to the side. Still try to keep Ko between me and them as much as possible, but I don't want to be in Ko's torchlight want to be in the darkness.
Gotcha.
Just trying to mess with her concentration. That's whatever she's doing. I don't like it, so I'm messing with her.
Yep. From your perspective, when you're looking, it looks like she did get hit, but she's still focused.
Damn it! Look around.
So
around,
human
around.
man is going to the child he missed and was undercover. Oh, he hit, but was afraid of the guy who's getting closer to him, so he's going to attack Vargo. So that'll be a 16.
Yeah, it hits.
7 points of damage.
Ow.
And then the human female is going to raise her arms up, and from below her, this thing feels like it comes out of the ground because you all can't see because she's fairly far away from you all. But this creature with giant wings and a stony look about it comes up from the ground.
From Tidrin's perspective, what did I see anything more details?
Yes, you see talons, you see giant face, a huge wings, you see what looks like a gargoyle.
Okay, so it's made of stone. It's not made of flesh.
Correct.
Okay.
That will be Ko's turn, who is then going to run up and dash and get next to Vargo, and again raise his shield up next to him in a protective stance.
It's my guy.
And then Vargo and Indra, that would be your turn.
You or me, bud?
You go.
Okay. How far away is the human man?
From you, because you didn't move the first round, is that correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, so you're still about 60 feet away from them.
Okay. So what I will do is I will move forward 30 feet, and then I will again cast Sacred Flame on the human man.
Okay, the deck save.
Dex.
That's a 12.
No, he fails and takes 4 points of damage.
All right. He gets hit, and then Vargo, you are up.
I'm going to pull out my longbow and lean out from behind the shield and try to pop him with a arrow. That might work. 16?
Yes, that will hit.
That will be 6 points of damage.
All right. Thalen, back to you.
They're both standing kind of next to each other, is that right?
The female is now behind this giant creature.
Giant creature.
Giant
Stone creature with wings? That's what you said?
Yeah, gargoyle, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. What I'd like to do... sorry. Am I in torch?
If you're hiding behind the boulder, I would imagine not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any way I could, like, slink away into the shadows a little bit further?
Yeah, go ahead and roll stealth.
24.
Yeah, that'll fucking do it. Just hide, damn you.
Okay. I want to take a shot at the human man from the shadows here.
Okay.
But, wow. 12.
That will not do it.
Yeah, no.
So as you shoot one of your arrows, it flies into the darkness as they're on like the very edge of your dark vision, because they do have, I guess they have their torch still lit, but again, they're now 60 feet away from you. So it flies past them as it then comes up to Alistair's turn.
Crazy lady with gargoyles. Alistair's done dealing with her shit, so he's just gonna have Tidrin move like 5 feet, so they're not straight overhead of them, but like 5 feet back, so that they have vision of the woman, so that Alistair knows where she is. Nobody else can see the woman, right? Like she's hiding, she's obscured by the gargoyle.
I'd like just really quickly for Tidrin to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yikes.
Okay.
Dangerous.
This is more of a mental Constitution.
19. 18 plus
Okay.
1.
He, although it has a little bit of trepidation going towards another flying creature with talons so recently to such a bad gig, overcomes that fear and continues forward.
So he's not moving closer to them. He's moving, trying to get kind of behind their peripheral vision, just so he can see the woman. Because I don't have to, as long as I know where she is, I can do what I want to do. Because I don't have to cast it from Tidrin in this particular instance. Basically, you guys see what looks like an ethereal railroad spike appear over the top of this gargoyle, and then Alistair summons an ethereal hammer, and he swings down like he's hammering, and the railroad spike shoots downward, and I'm gonna cast Mind Spike on this woman.
Mind Spike. That's
She needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
yeah, she does.
That'll be a 9.
That is a failure.
She hasn't even heard of railroads.
Got her.
And that's 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And even if I lose vision of her, I know where she is. I know her location for up to an hour, and I'm currently concentrating on that spell.
Got it. Human Man is up, and he is going to, I would say he probably still can't see Alistair, so he's going to go ahead and take another shot at Vargo, even though he's behind the shield.
Can't hit me.
Ko is going to use protection and make the person roll at disadvantage. So 19 and then a natural 1.
I get fucks, you little kid.
Shoots an arrow and it comes directly towards you, Vargo, and Ko steps right in front with his shield and it just clangs off of his shield with the symbol of Bahamut right in front.
That's right.
Then the female will take off running.
Everyone run.
And so she'll take 60 feet of movement straight into the cave. As the gargoyle stands on its hind legs, roars this thunderous roar that echoes through the cave. As its wings spread up, it takes flight. And that's where we're going to stop for today.
No.
Oh, what? Okay.